Hey y'all, welcome back to Mama Loves Manga. So today's video is going to be sort of a continuation of my last one, which was my bookshelf tour. Because I am a minimalist, I have no intentions of buying any more shelves, which means I can't go out and buy physical copies of manga all willy-nilly. And that's where my Kindle comes in handy. Let's get into what's on my Kindle. Here is my little Kindle up close. I think this is the Kindle Paperwhite, not 100% sure. My husband bought it for me as a gift. Let's go ahead and turn it on. Swipe to unlock. So I don't know. Oh, I guess I was on here looking to see if Tokyo ESP was an E version. It is, but it's in German and I don't speak or read German, so that's not very helpful for me. So we're going to go into my library, and I have different collections set up to make it a lot easier for me to see what I have on here. So first we're gonna look at my unread section. So I started reading this series called Age 31 First Boyfriend. Then I have Haven't You Heard? Oh, it's cute. Well, okay, so this is cute. I haven't downloaded it yet, so I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and let it download. But this is Haven't You Heard? I'm Sakamoto. Also in here, I have A Childhood Friend Doesn't Hold Back. Now, sometimes I do like to go on Amazon and see what self-published manga is out there, and I'm pretty sure this is one that is self-published. I haven't started reading this one yet. We'll see what it's about, but I'm pretty sure it's like a josei romance, and judging by the cover, it looks like it's gonna be steamy, so we'll see. Over here I have Shibuya Goldfish Volume 1. I've heard several people talk about this, and it seems like it's gonna be a quirky, strange, interesting little series, so I'm excited to read it. Over here I have Parasite. Over here I have Tomie by Junji Ito. Junji Ito is a mangaka that I've heard a lot of people talk about, and I actually have another one of his works on my physical shelves that I haven't read yet. I'm going to. I do like horror series, but it's just not the first thing I pick up, so I'm slowly getting into the horror stuff. Alright, swiping over I have The Bride Was a Boy. Moving on to my other collections, here I have Wotakoi, Love is Hard for Otaku. I'm sure many of y'all have heard of this title at this point. It's very popular right now. It's one that I very much enjoy. I don't know if I've read Volume 2 yet. I'm not quite sure. I don't think I have. It's clearly queued in here. So now it's downloading. I don't like to keep things downloaded because I only have so much space. So I usually will take things out if I'm not reading it. But anyway, I love this series so far. The third volume is out, and I think the reason why I haven't read the second volume on here is because this is a series I want to start collecting physical copies of because I love it that much. Next I have Black Torch Volume 1. I read this in either late 2017 or early 2018, I think. In any case, I enjoyed this. It was a fun read. Okay, so this next collection is 10 Count. I have volumes 1 through 5 except for number 3. For some reason, the third volume is not available in e-form, and so I'm very much considering just going ahead and buying the physical copies of this series. This series is full of problematic things, but overall, I enjoy it. It's a guilty pleasure. Judge me if you will. Moving on, I have Horomia. I have up to volume 7, and I stopped. I don't remember why I stopped reading it. I probably stopped simply because I forgot that it was on my Kindle, because I have not been using my Kindle as much as I would like to. But this was a cute series. I think I enjoyed it. Not enough to get the physical copies of because it's not something that I see myself picking up and rereading. Alright, over here I have the rest of 7 Billion Needles. I mentioned 7 Billion Needles in my physical shelf tour video. I loved the first volume. Oh my gosh, it's so good. But these following 3 volumes, all right, scrolling over, we have Perfect World, which is so good. This is one that I'm absolutely going to be buying the physical copies of, but I've continued it on my Kindle because I just can't get enough. Let's move on. I did start reading The Ancient Magus Bride, I want to say in 2017. And I stopped at volume 3. I'm not quite sure why. Let me know in the comments if you think I should keep reading The Ancient Magus Bride. Here I have one of my absolute favorite series, and that is Oku, The Inner Chambers. The only reason I am currently reading this on my Kindle is because of easy access, because I want to be able to read these as soon as possible. So good. I have up to volume 14, which I think I'm caught up at this point, but I do want to collect these in physical form. I've actually started. I didn't mention in my previous bookshelf tour, but I do have volumes 2 and 5 that I found secondhand. Over here I have volume 1 of Takanae Hana. I started reading this because a friend of mine who is fairly new to reading manga recommended it. She thought it was cute. I read it, and honestly, it is cute. This first volume was very cute, but because I am consistent, I couldn't keep up with it. The age gap between them is just weird. I think she's 16 or 17 and he's in his 20s, and I'm just not a fan. It's not that I don't like age gaps. It's that I don't like age gaps that center around people in high school with people that are grown. What else is on here? Laidback Camp. Laidback Camp volume 1 was really cute. The only reason I haven't continued with this one is because I keep forgetting that it's on my Kindle, and like I said, I'm going to do better by my Kindle this year and keep up with series that I've started. I also think that I want to buy this in physical form because I did like it so much. It's essentially a slice of life series that centers around a girl who likes to go camping and then the friendships that she makes, and it's super cute. And over here I have Nana. I only have volume 1 on here. This is a series that I absolutely want to collect in any way I can. If I can get the physical copies, I would prefer that because I love this first volume. I watched the anime years ago and fell in love with it, and I really want to go ahead and collect this series. I have heard that it's unfinished. It went on hiatus, and it may or may not get picked back up. I'm not sure, but in any case, I would like to have the physical copies of this series as well. Oh, Peach Heaven. Peach Heaven is a series that I started reading kind of just out of boredom. I got to volume 3. Clearly, it was interesting enough for me to keep reading, but I think by volume 3, I just my discomfort increased. Moving on to My Brother's Husband. This is a series that only has 2 volumes, and it is so freaking good. I cried after I finished the second volume. It's so good. I highly recommend this to anyone and everyone. And I also do want the physical copies of this. Over here I have Your Lie in April. This is the complete series. I freaking love this. I love it. I considered buying it in physical form, and I'm still considering it because I enjoyed it so much. Over here I have Tokyo Tottered Girls. This is a favorite. I am absolutely going to be collecting this in the physical form as well. When I started reading this, it was only available in e-form. There were no physical copies. It's written by Akiko Higashimura, who is the same person who wrote Princess Jellyfish, which is another one of my favorites. This is so good. Another one that I recommend. Over here I have Orange. Orange is also a really good series. I loved it. I cried, and I also want this in the physical form. I just haven't gotten around to doing it, but so good. I think that's it. I think that's all that I have on my Kindle. Yeah. Alright, so those are the collections I have on my Kindle. I do intend to read more on my Kindle. When I find a new series, I'm going to check first to see if they have e-version so that I can start it here, and then if I decide that I really like it and want the physical copies, I will then start to buy the physical copies if I can get my hands on them. But I honestly really love reading on this thing. So for those of y'all who have a Kindle, do you read manga on it? And if you do, what series are you currently reading? Let me know so that I can check them out. Anyway, that's all I have for this video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.